What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the upcoming update for Madden 20, probably the last big significant update of the year, and that last update that could potentially really save Madden 20 going forward, because at this point of the year with Madden every single year, the game kind of enters its worst state as everybody has found every issue and problem with the game and they kind of use it to their advantage, and it's the time where that last update comes in and tries to kind of overhaul a lot of things and make the game salvageable until the next year's game comes out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's what's going to be coming soon. If you are new to the channel, however, and you don't want to miss out when these updates drop, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of the uploads. So the first big thing that they're going to definitely do with this last update, or maybe second to last update, is definitely the ability overhaul. There's a lot of guys that don't have abilities or X factors that have been needing them, like Derrick Henry, for example, who should have had one. He led the league in rushing. He's probably going to become an X-Factor player for sure. And then there's going to be a bunch of guys like the people that made the All-Pro team that still don't have abilities. Those guys like Tyrann Mathieu, Demario Davis, Tre'Davious White, guys like that will probably be getting abilities. There's other big names, of course, that have been playing great that don't have abilities, like maybe Deshaun Watson or Eric Kendricks. So those are a lot of guys you could look to definitely be getting their abilities and their X factors. They're going to get them, you know, even though some of them are past due. For that last overhaul of the year, they're going to make sure all the people that need abilities are going to have them, and they're going to stay that way going into the next game. Now, guys that are probably be losing their X factor abilities, Juju Smith-Schuster is probably a guy that could lose them. Luke Kuechly, potentially, just because he retired, they might take it from him, but we'll see if they do that. You know, guys like Phillip Rivers might lose his. I've seen people throw around the name Odell. I don't think Odell will lose his just because he's like a really big name, but you're definitely going to see that big ability and X Factor overhaul, the last big one of the year with this next update most likely. So that's going to be a big change for the game for the regular head-to-head players. Now, really quickly, I want to talk to you about today's video sponsor, and then we'll get right back into the important updates coming to John Madden Football. Speaking of balls, yep, you've guessed it, today's video is brought to you by Manscaped.com. If you've watched my channel for a while, you already know that I'm a huge fan of Manscaped and their Perfect Package Essentials Kit, but today I'm really excited to be one of the first to announce that they have just released their new Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof body trimmer that comes with a ton of new upgrades, like the new and improved ergonomic trimmer with advanced skin-safe technology. It also has the same replaceable ceramic blades that are compatible with the Lawnmower 2.0, so if you have those from the previous version, it'll still work with your Lawnmower 3.0, and it also comes with an upgraded 7,000 RPM motor. Look, like I just said, if you've been around my channel, you know I'm a fan of this. I don't know what you guys are waiting for if you still haven't bought in yet. If you're looking for the perfect tools for your family jewels, now's the time to jump on it with this great new offer. You get 20% off plus free shipping plus 2 free gifts when you purchase the new Perfect Package 3.0 kit with my code ERIC20 at manscaped.com. As always, your balls will thank you. Alright guys, so right back at it. So the next thing I want to talk about is likely coming is more updates to the run game. Now the thing with EA is they have a pattern. If you kind of notice, you know, over the years, this is why it's kind of easy to predict what they're going to do with the games, like both new games and, you know, updates during the year, because you look at what they do with their other games and usually they do similar things with other games. Like FIFA, for example, a lot of things that FIFA gets, Madden will get the next year. It's kind of like a consistent thing. But also with these updates, you've seen in past years kind of like the rhythm that they go with on these updates. When they know that there's something wrong with the game, they kind of like roll out updates in waves to try to fix it. They'll try to band-aid it first and then try to do like the bigger fix later on because it takes more time. So with the run game this year, that's kind of what they've done. It's been really obvious that the run game has been very powerful this year because the defenders don't react well to it, the pursuit angles and things like that. We've talked about it a bunch. They're not very good this year. So what EA usually does is they try to band-aid it with these other little fixes that are a little bit easier to implement, and then later in the year, before they like stop updating the game for good, that's when they kind of try to overhaul things, and sometimes it works, sometimes it makes the game even worse. It's just kind of one of those toss-up things when you're programming a game. But you've noticed with the run game in like waves this year for different updates, they've tried to balance it out. They added all the run-stopping abilities. Those didn't really work all that great. Like, they're okay in certain situations, but that was kind of like a quick fix they did, putting the run stopping abilities in, but not really that practical. Then they did something that was actually really good recently, which is what they did with the user defenders. They made it to where you couldn't juke and spin and fake out user defenders. You know, if you clicked on and you were in position and you went for the conservative tackle, you would rarely get faked out. Now, yes, it does still happen sometimes, depending on the angle that you're on, you could still get faked out, or if you click on a little bit too late, but the user fake outs are down a lot. They don't happen nearly as much as they used to, so that was actually a good fix, because as long as you're a good user defender, you stand a much better chance at stopping the run now. And then with the most previous update, they then did another kind of band-aid fix where they buffed run commit and they made it better. Now the thing is, for runs up the middle, yes, run commit definitely improved a little bit. Still not the greatest thing in the world, but it definitely improved a little bit up the middle. But for runs on the outside, run commit didn't really do much. Like for stretch plays, which is one of the most popular runs and most dangerous runs in the game this year, the run commit to the sides, whether it be the right or the left, they don't really work that good. And I've shown that in a previous video I did. I'll actually link that below if you haven't seen it, kind of showing that run commit still isn't really that great. So they tried a bunch of band-aid fixes. So for that last big update of the year, like I said, we might have 2 more updates max coming out, because usually in past years they stopped updating the game in February. Last year I believe they did do a March update, which was like the latest they ever updated the game. So regardless, we have like 1 to 2 updates left. That'll probably be the update if they're going to try to do one last thing with the run game. Maybe they try to fix the pursuit angles, but that, would have the potential of causing huge problems in the rest of the game, because you're affecting how players are going to pursue on every single play. So that's kind of more of the long game fix, because trying to fix something like all the moving parts on the field at one time, which would be pursuit angles and like force defenders, much harder to fix that than to try to just do a band-aid fix like run abilities or like the run commit, but those have proven to not really work that good. So we could see that final attempt at balancing the run game, because they've been trying to do it all year long. So that's something I would be looking out for. Now, the other thing that's really big here are playbooks, because we heard, they said they were really big on, we're going to update the playbooks a good bit this year, probably like 5 times throughout the year. We haven't really quite seen it to that degree. Early in the year, they did add a few new plays, like with some of the updates, they would throw in some new plays. They added a new formation or 2. Then the first really big playbook update they did on defense, which wasn't bad. They added a bunch of new defensive formations and some plays, so that was nice. And then with the most recent playbook update, probably a couple months ago, they added the NFL Live playbooks, which was an alternate version of every team's playbook that had new plays and new formations that those teams were running this year. The problem is you can't use both playbooks. You have the generic team playbook and you have the NFL Live playbook. You can only use one of them, and the playbooks sometimes are very different. So you might lose some of the good plays in the generic playbook, but you might gain some new plays. So they're going to definitely do like an end of season playbook update where they really like kind of put in all of the new stuff that they've been working on. But what I'm curious is, are the playbooks going to combine? Are the NFL Live playbooks going to become the new generic playbook and they're going to get rid of the generic playbooks for the teams? Like, are they going to still be 2 separate playbooks for the rest of the year? Because if they stay 2 separate playbooks, that's kind of a conflict, because yes, we got new stuff, but you can't use NFL Live playbooks in MUT unless they update that. And then in the regular game, you're going to lose out on some of the stuff if you want to use the other playbook. So I'm curious to see what they do with it, but we're definitely going to be getting another playbook update. That's definitely at the top of the list of things that they're going to try to do. So I'm just hoping that they find a way to make it to where like they combine them somehow, or they just have one playbook one way or the other, because having 2 separate playbooks for each team, it's not really the greatest thing in my opinion, because you have to pick one or the other. So we'll see what they do with that. Now, lastly, for the Ultimate Team players, there's definitely going to be some more Ultimate Team updates. Jake Stein actually just, the lead developer guy for Ultimate Team, was on Twitter about a week or so ago, and he said that 2 big things are coming with the next series update, which that should be very soon as well. The new series should be coming within probably the next couple weeks, so that'll be exciting. That comes with a lot of new, good stuff, as most of you know. But the 2 big things he mentioned were Pat Tillman, the MUT Master, will be getting an upgrade, so it is that time of the year. You'll be able to upgrade him probably all the way to a 99 overall at this point, or close to it. I would assume when that update comes out. And then he also said they're going to be adding 60 alternate/throwback uniforms, which is really cool, because You know, a lot of the past years we've had the throwbacks and alternate uniforms. This year in Ultimate Team, the uniforms have been kind of limited. So the fact that he said we're having 60 alternate slash throwbacks, so kind of do the math, that's going to be almost about maybe 2 per team, maybe. Or, you know, some teams might have, you know, 3 or 4, just depending. But you probably should get at least 1 per team, so that's pretty cool. Because there's a lot of alternates that teams have been wearing, and of course, everybody loves throwback uniforms. So those are 2 big things that are confirmed to be coming with the next series update. So that's about it for today. That's all the stuff you could be looking out for. Like I said, I think the run game one's the one that's the biggest question mark. That's more of like a prediction just based on what they've done in years past. When there's an issue with the game, they've just kind of tried to fix it in different like waves. So that one's more of a prediction. Everything else is pretty much, you know, a fact. We're going to get playbooks. We're going to get this stuff in Ultimate Team, and we're definitely going to get ability overhauls. Probably going to get some more player likeness stuff as well, like end of year, you know, guys that they're trying to get those face scans in there for, because they definitely have more face scans that they still haven't put in yet. So things like that you could be looking out for. But this is going to really be the last big one of the year. We may get 1 or 2 more at best, so this is going to kind of be what we're going to have going forward until the summertime. So hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, as always, you guys know the drill. Just like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.